When you climb to the top of a tree in the Amazon, you realize that you have finally entered the real rainforest. Here, the interlocked crowns of the trees form a complex three-dimensional canopy habitat that supports all kinds of wonderful plants such as ferns, orchids, and tank bromeliads that can store water and create literal wetlands suspended above our heads. This place is incredible, and it is where you will find much of the wildlife that calls this forest their home. But despite this, it remains an understudied and misunderstood place. So when we bought our land here in the Yasuni together with Freddy, and when we started our rewilding project here, we knew that the answers were above our heads.
Alright, so I had this whole intro prepared, but I'm kind of shitting my pants. I'm in the canopy of the rainforest, which is 30 meters higher up than I usually like to be. There's some bees biting me, and I have to tell you that this is actually a really special place. And the reason why it's so special is because 99% of the light stays up here. It doesn't go down there, and that is why almost all the plant life and all the animals choose to be up here instead of down there. And yeah, it's a relatively unexplored ecosystem or habitat when it comes to what people can do, really, because not everybody's like Ollie and can rig something amazing like this for us to come here and have a look. So yeah, in this video today I'll try to climb a few more trees, and we'll try to show you the canopy of the rainforest and tell you a little bit more about this very special place.
So throughout this video, we will be climbing through and looking at a vertical slice of the rainforest, starting with the bottom layers that we can access without ropes.
So the first layer of the forest is naturally the forest floor, and in rainforests it is actually really poor because all the nutrients are constantly in circulation. And it's also quite dark down here, which is why fewer plants grow here compared with the canopy that has almost full coverage. But it is a really great place for fungi.
This place has everything for fungi to thrive. It is humid, full of dead material, and crucially, it is deeply shaded, as only about 1 to 2% of light gets down here.
Then after that we have the shrub layer, and you can think of it essentially as a mix between shrubs and trees that are trying to grow a bit taller. And to be honest with you, I really can't tell them apart. But what matters is that it is a layer that covers most of the forest at about my height.
This vegetation creates a labyrinth that is denser in younger forests and more open in older and more mature forests. This maze of a place is used by many ground-dwelling animals to their advantage. And to capture this, we also put some camera traps down here and went on many nighttime surveys, but that is a story for the next video in this Amazon series. The point is, this place gets really busy. And it is also here where we start seeing this one-up type competition come into play, in the form of epiphytes. Epiphytes are plants, fungi, or microbes that live non-parasitically on other plants, meaning they don't extract nutrients from their hosts, but use them as support to increase their chances of getting water, nutrients, and light.
So our namesakes, the mosses here, are what I would unfortunately have to consider the bottom tier of epiphytes. I mean, they are so small that they can essentially grow on a leaf. I mean, everything counts when trying to fight for some light.
We also have plants that start their life as an epiphyte on a tall branch of one of these trees, but eventually come down and put roots in the soil. And we call these hemiepiphytes.
This here is the mata palo, or the strangler fig, and it's essentially a plant that grows from the top all the way down and then slowly starts surrounding the tree until eventually it can even kill it and completely take over. The other tree will die and rot inside it, and the only thing left standing will be the mata palo.
And of course, there are also plants that grow from the ground up, such as vines.
Now, this one is one that I'm sure you will recognize. It is synonymous with the jungle. It is, of course, the liana, and it's a huge structural parasite that puts a really heavy burden on trees like this one. And when I shake this liana, I see it swing all the way up there, and I can feel the weight of it shaking back and forth. And it gives me a bit of an idea of what these trees go through to support parasites like this one.
I'm sorry for these trees, as they have to contend with plants growing on them from the top down and from the bottom up, but some of them have developed some interesting ways to fight back.
So as I've shown you, most trees in the jungle have some kind of epiphytes growing on them, such as the mosses on the bark of this tree here. But then there are some other trees which have a special tactic. As you can see, this tree here looks really different. It's completely barren. And that is because every 3 months, it essentially sheds all of its bark, and the epiphytes that are growing on the bark fall to the floor. And it's a really interesting tactic to stay epiphyte free.
Now, for the rest of this video, I want to give you an on-the-ground feel of how it is like to install the cameras on these trees. And at the end of the video, I'll simply let it roll. We'll play all the camera trap clips that we have collected for your enjoyment.
Very meditative, Ollie.
We've been filming me whistling,
Now whistling.
crouched like Gollum in the corner, under all my shiny things. There's more in here. Shall I get it all out?
Sure, go for it. Are you gonna use all of it to go up?
No. So we just got Heidi to unfortunately cut down a tree, but we needed to make a stand for a catapult so we can shoot a throw line up into the tree to climb. There'll be a lot of standing around otherwise. There'll be a lot of standing around otherwise. Okay, so basically, to get the rope up into the tree, you're going to utilise our new catapult and a throw line and a weight. So you're going to shoot this up over a branch and then use that to pull climbing rope over.
This glamorous side of tree climbing. Untangling.
I've got the little one. Do you want to try and go higher? Yeah, so we just shot it up and we've got over quite a good branch, but we want to go bigger. So we're gonna try again. Yes, up a bit.
This is the plant, and it went like this.
No, so the plant's like here,
Ah,
and it's gone like this.
so it didn't go over the big.
It has gone over the big branch as well.
Ah, okay.
I can see anything now with the sun though.
Quickly explain why you chose this tree. Why is this a good tree?
It's nice and big. It's got a few epiphytes in it. We spotted a big branch that goes from the main stem like out into these other trees. So there's a bit of connectivity for like monkeys or things like that.
So how tall do you think the tree is?
To the crown, I think it's going to be pretty close to 30
30.
meters, yeah. We'll see if we don't get our rope back down. Well, no, it's more than 30. So we got the throw line over a branch that I'm pretty happy with. So now we're just going to take this weight off. I'm going to tie on the climbing rope and we're going to pull it back over the tree. You go for clove hitch and then some half hitches to keep it nice and secure. You finish it off with another clove hitch. And there's the finished product ready to haul up. So, just going to rig this up now, the ground anchor. We're going to do it in a way so it's rescuable from the floor. So if I climb up there and there's a massive bee's nest or a harp eagle attacks me, Tiago can lower me from down here without having to climb up and rescue me. We're just going to give our system a test. So for that I'm going to utilise my glorious assistant Tiago. So if you could, I'm going to hang on here, and if you could just like hang below me.
Where do you... Oh, I don't feel like I was hanging much.
I think that's right. Now we know that it can take a 2-person load, so should be alright with just me climbing.
That was a bit of a fake testing. My bum was on the floor.
That's okay. Call that style tree climbing. So here I set up an ARB system. So I'm going to go up the access line, and if we need to go somewhere else in the trees, put this camera trap, then I can switch onto this to then move about in the canopy wherever I want to go. What am I doing for this? Just
stare at the camera.
So here we are in the canopy, the first tree climbed in the mossy earth land, and we've just installed our first camera trap here in this tree. And it's filming on a branch that goes out towards some other trees in one of these canopy superhighways. So hopefully we should be able to capture some wildlife up here in the canopy.
How do you like the bugs?
I mean, I like some of them. These sweat bees, not my favorite. They crawl into your ears and so on.
Okay, so we're here in the second tree. Okay, so here we are in the second tree of the day. We just put the camera trap down here. It's facing out on another branch that goes off into another tree. There is an absolute mountain of sweat bees up here. I don't know whether you can see, but they have gone into every single orifice of my body. So we're just going to head down now and get out of this.
So we have already installed 2 camera traps on our land, and this is the third one that we're hoping to install today. So Ollie's setting up the catapult back there, and we found this tree here, which is quite nice. It's not too tall, but it has loads of epiphytes on it, all kinds of lianas coming down, so it seems like an interesting one to explore, and also to put a camera trap up there. We'll see if Ollie gets the first shot now, and we can go up quickly.
Pero se cayó.
Ya está.
¿Qué te parece, Jamiro? ¿Qué tal ha ido?
Muy bien, buena puntería. Y el primer intento fue bueno.
Así se hace, ¿no?
Ajá, sí. Como...
¿Qué te parece, Jaime? Todo intento.
Bien, buen intento. Primera puntería. Firme. Listo. Ahí.
So what's the plan now, Ollie?
So I'm just going to head up and rig a rope for someone else. And then we're going to have a couple of us up there together. That's the plan.
Sounds good. Good luck. How'd it go?
It was good, yeah. It smells very damp up there. There's lots of bromeliads and plants and stuff. Yeah, so I've rigged up a set of ropes for someone else to climb.
Nice.
So let's get to it.
Successful so far. So I'm maybe halfway up the tree. Ollie's up there ahead of me. It's such a cool place to be. There's all of this mist in the forest, nice light, and you see all of these lianas, all of these epiphytes. It's really incredible. So I'm gonna meet Ollie up there. He's a fast climber, and we're gonna set up this this camera trap up there to see what we can find. So we figured that we would have the camera trap facing this branch behind me. So Ollie is up in a tangle there, trying to get into position so that we can get the camera trap up there facing this branch. It just seems to be connecting nicely to the rest of the canopy and to be a long branch, so hopefully we can capture some wildlife going across. How's it going, Ollie?
I'm on the struggle bus a little bit, but I think we got there now.